everybody should be seeing the 2020 slide deck
Okay.
with the
All right.
introductory slide. So whenever you're ready,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right. Welcome everybody to the 2020 annual meeting. These are most unusual times, as you all know. And what we'll do is we'll have Jim Bonney, our chairman of the board, kick the meeting off. Go to the next slide, Masood, and Jim will be able to do that. Jim's with me on FaceTime. So Jim, go ahead and, oh wait, first we got some housekeeping items. If you have a question or an answer, use the Q&A button at the top of your screen. If there's a motion that you want to make a motion or you want to second it, do that through the chat. And then if we'll have pop-up polls if we need to do voting. I don't think we'll have to do voting, but if we do, we'll do a pop-up poll. And the meeting documents can be found in the chat feature box up at the top as well, if you need to look at those later. And also our annual report is on our website, and we'll put a link on the homepage to the annual report if you want to look at it there. So I guess we're ready for the next slide, Masood. Okay, Jim, it's all yours.
Okay, I'd like to welcome members of the credit union. The year 2020 is the time of our, I believe, 87th annual meeting of the credit union. And it's simply evidence that thick or thin, or good times or bad, we're open for business and doing it in an appropriate way. This gives everybody that belongs to the credit union an opportunity to check out just the fruits of our investments over the years on technology, rather than opening or investing in opening real estate as branches. The meeting today, held as it is, with people that are located in various and sundry locations, with images and with current talk about our situation and the future as we see it. The credit union will come to order, and I'd like to welcome you all, and simply to pass to Evan, our chairman and president of the credit union, for today and this year's annual meeting.
Okay, Jim, thank you so much. I'll ask the secretary, Tom Zeddy, do we have a quorum, Tom?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. I guess we're ready for the next slide then, Masood. Okay, and it's Tom's turn, I guess.
The minutes of the 86th annual meeting, and could I have a motion to have these not read?
I'm going to launch a poll right now for that. And so here it goes. Okay, we have, give everybody an opportunity.
Okay, did you get everyone, Masood?
Yeah, I've got 13 out of 17 motion in favor to approve.
Okay. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Yeah, the reason somebody asked the question is, why can't they see Jim Bonney's face? And it's because he's I'm doing it through FaceTime with him, and that's the reason.
For good or ill, I had trouble hooking up.
Yeah, Jim.
This on an iPhone. it's further evidence of the range of.
Yeah, but we're working through it. So I think we're okay as far as foregoing the reading of the minutes, Masood.
Did we get a motion on that? Masood?
Yeah, Amelia made the motion. I don't know, did we get a second?
We don't have a second yet, so we need someone to second it, please.
How do you second?
Jillian Turner seconded it.
We do have a second now.
Okay, I think that we've got
We've got a second.
that's passed, so we can move ahead with the next slide, Masood. And what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about one of the most wonderful products that we've got, and that's our performance checking. We're going to do that by running a video.
Here at Department of Commerce Federal Credit Union, we understand that everyone has a story, and everyone's story is different. One of the most incredible products we have is our performance checking account.
Performance checking is a high yield paying checking account. Basically, you're going to get paid for using your checking account, and we pay on balances up to $20,000.
It's been an incredible experience watching people build their wealth through the years.
Our rate for the performance checking account is the same rate to a 5-year CD. So you're getting a great rate to spend your money, and then you're earning money at the same time. When people find out about our great rates, they get really excited about all that we can do for them.
Thank you, Masood. And I want to
Here at Department
and I want to tell you something else, everybody, that about performance checking. We've got our rates on our performance checking are actually now higher than our 5-year CD rates, because what we wanted to do is we wanted to continue to reward our members as best we can, even though we've had to drop our rates on all of our CDs. And that's in response to what's going on in the market, because all of the rates throughout the entire market have dropped very dramatically, and we've tried to hold back dropping our rates on the performance checking account. And so you're going to see rates that are actually higher than the 5-year CD rate now. So. We're ready for the next slide, I think, Masood.
Okay. This is Don Trafton, the treasurer, and you can see my report on your screen. And if there are any questions, we'll be glad to answer them. A couple of comments, you'll see that our loans to members went up by a lot from 18 to 19. And the other thing I'd like to point out is our members' equity increased substantially from 18 to 19. Are there any questions?
There are no questions.
Okay, that's my report. Evan?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Thank you, Don. I guess we're ready for the next report, Masood.
And that would be me. Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm the chairman of the credit committee. We had a really good year in loans during 2019. We originated $165 million in new loans, constituting about a 20% loan portfolio growth for the year. Finished the year with $350+ million worth of loans on our books. We approve the vast majority of the loan applications that do come in. We approved almost 70% last year, and our delinquency rate hit an all-time low last year at 0.19%. Even with the government shutdowns that happened in 2019, we were able to serve our membership with skip-a-pays. We extended lines of credit, offered emergency loans, and of course, with the COVID-19 pandemic, we've extended a lot of that into this year. And we continue to build off the past investments and successes we've had year over year. And that's my report. Any questions?
No questions have been presented in the chat.
Okay, I guess we're ready for the next report, and that's from Brian DiGiacomo, our chairman of our supervisory committee.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know that the supervisory committee takes its role as your representatives very seriously. And to that end, we attend the monthly board meetings. We meet quarterly via phone, and we discuss the financials of the credit union. We also oversee the annual audit of the credit union, and I'm pleased to say that in June, our auditors gave us an unqualified clean audit. Also, just so you know, the National Credit Union Administration did a check of our credit union and back in November, and I'll just quote, they found us well managed with satisfactory risk management practices. I thought you all should be aware of that. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you, Brian. We're ready for the next report. Oh, it's me this time. Well, I want to thank everybody for your patronage in 2019. Obviously, we've had a lot of difficulty because of the pandemic. Jeff Banyas, our Chief Lending Officer, he's talked to you a little bit about some of the loans that we've done for people, but we've also done several other things as well. We've got an emergency loan that we've introduced for people if they need that. And we've, on our certificates of deposit, in normal times, what we do is we have a 6-month interest penalty for early withdrawal, and we've discontinued that during the pandemic. And once the pandemic is over, I hope it's over soon, but who knows when it will be over. But we've discontinued that so that if you need money out of your certificates of deposit, you can take that money out without a penalty. We at the beginning of the pandemic, we raised the amount that you can deposit using mobile banking. And if you don't have mobile banking, but you have a smartphone, either a Droid or a iPhone, please consider signing up for it, because it's just absolutely incredible, because you can actually deposit checks using your phone. And I do it all the time, and it works great. But at the beginning of the pandemic, the amount that we had that you could do on a daily basis for that was $1,500, and we raised that to $5,000. And because the members have liked that so much, we've decided to make the $5,000 daily limit a permanent amount rather than just the $1,500. So, and if you need to have more than that, just contact us and we can certainly adjust that. But for the vast majority of members, putting $5,000 in of checks will cover most of the checks that they have. So we're really excited about that change. So that's my report. We hope that everybody continues to be very safe. And certainly we are a safe haven for all of your funds. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you.
So if you have questions, please put them into the chat and I'll read them out for Evan. We had one question from Ms. Muqtadir, a member. She said that she had emailed the supervisory committee and got an automated reply to the message. It said something to the effect that your message could not be delivered. From a technical perspective, we'll look at that and get back to her and figure out what's going on. And she also asks, how many members are there in total right now?
And there's about 18,000 members in total. Okay, if anybody, unless there's other questions, I guess we can move on to the next slide, Masood.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
And this is for Nilda. Nilda's our Vice President of Operations, and she's also the head of the nominating committee.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The board members that were up for re-election this year were James Bonney, Thomas Early, George Meal, Thomas Sabota, Donald Trafton, and Thomas Setti. They all have agreed to continue serving the credit union.
What we'd like to do then is we'd like to have a motion from someone to accept the nominations of the nominating committee, and also a second. Looks like Skip Jones moved the nomination. Now we're looking for a second. And I think I saw somebody second. Yeah, Brian DiGiacomo seconded the motion. So great, thank you very much. And if, unless there's unreadinesses, we can move forward with these board members for another 2 years, for 2-year terms is what they serve for. Okay, hearing none, I guess we're ready for the next slide. Well, I guess that's it for the annual meeting. I hope everybody continues to stay safe, and we'd be happy right now to answer any questions that you might have for any of us here at the credit union.
I think we've got one more poll for the adjournment of the meeting.
Okay, we need to ask, then I guess that's the thing we need to do. We need to have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. We don't even need a poll. We just need, I think all we need is a motion and a second. Well, we do after the poll. Oh, one of our members has one more question.
See.
Okay, we've got a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Jillian Turner has a second. Thank you. And has everybody had a chance to do the poll, Masood?
We've got 13 out of 19 in favor.
Okay, very good.
Evan, the question just showed up.
Oh, super. Early this year, I was initially charged several fees and no one could tell me the biggest debit was paid. Okay, what we'll do for you is I'll have somebody from our operations. In fact, Nilda will give you a call.
Yes.
Be happy to.
And there's another question regarding, will the F Street office open again?
Yeah, and Nilda, I think you can probably address that better than anyone.
Yes, so the F Street office is still very much, the building is practically closed and with just maintenance folks there. And so they have asked that we do not open the branch yet until they're ready to accept more employees.
So we're just waiting for them to do, see how many employees they have coming in, White House employees and executive branch employees. And then once they decide, then that'll be what determines whether we open the office or not. Is that right, Nelda?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you everybody for attending, and please be safe. That's what we ask is be safe, and if you have any if you have any questions, just reach out to us. There's one more question: will there be a limit in terms of how many clients you will accept in the branch? What we're doing there, and Nelda, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but we're practicing. Everybody has to wear a mask in the branch, and we'll only accept the number of clients that will allow us to have proper social distancing. And so if there are more people in the branch than we can, if there are more people that want to be in the branch than we can properly social distance, then what we'll do is we'll ask folks to stand outside the branch until the people that are doing transactions have done their transaction. And so that's our plans right now. And we've also put up guards between, those plastic guards between the tellers and the various members, so that we're doing that, having that as a safety measure. And we've also provided, we're also providing
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, thank you. And if a member comes into the branch and doesn't have a mask, we'll also provide them a mask as well. So those are some of the things that we're doing, because we take people's safety very seriously, and we think it's really important to do those things. I hope that answered your question. Okay, thank you all very much. And again, if you have any questions or you need anything from the credit union, please feel to reach out to us. And thanks again for attending the annual meeting.
Thank you. I'm going to end the meeting now.
Okay, thanks, Masood.